We're less than 14 days away from a massive moment that could absolutely break the crypto bull market. Most people have no damn clue how big this could be. July 9th marks the end of Trump's 90-day tariff pause. And if the right trade deals aren't in place by then buckle the F up, because it's going to get rocky. We could be staring down a mid-summer market meltdown. But on the contrary, if everything falls into place, all the stars are aligned, everything will be perfect. Well, that's a different story. The crypto market could explode higher if it happens. So this is a critical moment for investors, and I'm breaking it all down so you know, well, what the heck is going on, how to prepare, how to position, and how to profit. So why the heck is July 9th such a big deal? Well, the clock is ticking on Trump's so-called Liberation Day deadline. Countries without trade deals locked in by that time are then facing the brutal new tariffs, the tariffs that were announced back in early April and every market lost their effing minds over. Some of these tariffs are as high as like 70%. Remember, Trump is using this deadline as a hardball negotiation tactic. Get to the table now, sign the deal now, or face the consequences. So here's where things stand right now. Only the UK has finalized the deal, keeping the 10% base rate, but it doesn't fix the 25% tariffs on steel imports. China negotiated a temporary truce until mid-August. Japan, India, South Korea, Vietnam, major economies all, are still stuck in negotiations. The EU, still stuck in negotiations, haggling over cars, agriculture, metals, okay? Vietnam, they're flying into Washington, try to seal the deal, man. Malaysia's pushing for a semiconductor exemption. The EU, they just keep stalling, they're dragging out talks, but Trump's patience is wearing thin. Canada, Mexico, Thailand, they're all on edge, scrambling to avoid getting hit. Deals are going to be made, and we're in advanced stages of trying to make some deals right now. But if talks fall apart and countries get slapped with 25, 50, or even 75% tariffs, this will ripple into global supply chains. Already the Japanese are not happy about it, saying, man, we don't want to make a deal. It's going to screw us over bad. That means price hikes, margin squeezes, inflation risks, and a serious hit to market confidence, potentially an economic slowdown. The exact same kind of shit that we just experienced a couple months ago will be back on the menu. Any company with cross-border manufacturing, like Tesla, Toyota, basically everyone everywhere, because everything is globalized now, is going to take a beating. And if the stock market pulls back, crypto, well, it's not immune to it, is it? It's going to get wrecked too. I know what you're thinking. Can my altcoins really get any more wrecked? Yes. Yes, they can. It's not just boring policy, it's a market-moving catalyst with global implications that are not necessarily known how everything's going to resolve over the next 2 weeks. Now, let's be honest, summer markets are already fragile at the best of times. Every year, we typically see low volumes between June and August. Traders are vacationing, man. Big money sits on the sidelines. Historically, that's been enough in of itself to slow momentum down and to pull prices lower. But it also makes markets weaker during that time, more susceptible to bad news. And 2025 can mark Bitcoin's fourth straight summer decline. Now add something serious into the mix like a tariff meltdown on top of an already weak seasonal performance, and that could be a tipping point for markets. If that happens, then you better bet your bottom dollar that the next Fed meeting at the end of July will bring zero clarity on rate cuts, or even worse, whispers that inflation could spike again, thanks to all the big tariffs coming into effect. The necessity to make deals and make deals ASAP is extremely high. There's no longer just the old summer boredom. There's a full-blown risk event that could come on July 9th if deals aren't made. If trade deals collapse or stall, well, here's what we're likely to see. Investors panic, they rotate into cash, the Fed stays hawkish, maybe even increasing interest rates. Certainly cuts go off the table for a while. The US dollar could strengthen, equities could pull back, bond markets go totally dysfunctional again. It's not just crypto getting crushed. It's really not hard to imagine a scenario like this, which can then easily wipe out a couple of Bitcoin support levels that the market has worked so hard to reestablish. In this case, alts could tumble 20, 30% in a heartbeat. If this bear case does play out, well, we better hope that the ceasefire between Iran and Israel sticks, so that'll just pour more gasoline on the fire. Markets hate uncertainty. They really do. And they certainly hate uncertainty during the summer. If this summer turns ugly, it won't be low volume that we have to worry about. It'll be high volatility in the wrong direction without buyers showing up. Now let's flip the script here, because it's not all pain and suffering and tearing of hair and gnashing of teeth. But before we do get into that, if you want to save big time on your taxes with crypto, you need to learn about ITRUST. ITRUST is a crypto IRA provider. What they can do for you is to help bring over your existing IRA, 401k, whatever retirement program you might have, and then you can wrap all of your crypto trading, or they can help make a new one, by the way. They can wrap all your crypto trading under your retirement package. So you can do 1,000 trades and not hit a taxable event once, which can make a huge difference on your bottom line. They're the biggest IRA provider in the crypto space, most users, most assets under management, most volume, and you can even do in-kind withdrawals, meaning you could take coins out, put them in your pockets later. You can even get real gold and silver via the partnership with Kitco. Lots to love about ITRUST. And if you want to learn more about them, then you can even get a $100 sign-up bonus when using the link down below. Go check it out, and thank you for supporting our sponsors. Okay, now, flip the script, the bull case, because while risks are real, they're there. The bull case for crypto this summer is just as powerful if the dominoes fall in the right place. Let's start with July 9th. If meaningful trade deals are secured, maybe not all of them, but enough, especially with key economies like Japan, the EU, China, Canada, Mexico, that immediately removes a major source of global market stress. It signals stability. It eases inflationary fears, and it gives the Fed breathing room to finally be able to cut rates on July 30th, which some people in the Fed have already said we need to cut rates in July. They're late. The Fed's pretty far behind right now. Combine that with what's already happening. Global liquidity is quietly ramping up. China's M2 money supply is expanding. Europe and Japan are staying super loose with their monetary policies right now. Switzerland just cut the rates to 0%. In the USA, the Genius Stablecoin Act is making its way through the House of Representatives before hopefully hitting the president's desk for a final sign-off before everybody goes on vacation in August. If it goes this way, this could inject huge amounts of fresh capital and regulatory clarity into the market. Imagine all the big banks launching their own stable coins and all the crazy around that. Don't forget, this isn't the same crypto market for 2021. We now have institutional money, spot ETFs, more of which are likely coming, especially for altcoins, Solana, XRP, Dogecoin, Litecoin. They're all getting ETFs, man. TradFi tokenized assets are also coming. Real estate, stocks, bonds, it's all going to keep coming more and more. We're going to have about $27 billion of TradFi assets on chain, and more are coming. The NASDAQ also just hit a new all-time high. The S&P 500 inches away. If everything goes smoothly in July, Bitcoin won't be far behind. And if Bitcoin moves, altcoins will follow. We've seen how fast sentiment can flip, and with strong macro tailwinds, July could kickstart a major breakout. All the pieces are there for it to happen, but that risk remains in the background. Now, if this does happen, Bitcoin doesn't only reclaim its $112,000 all-time high, it could be the big move that starts us on the run to $120,000, maybe up to $150,000. $150,000. Wouldn't just be a bounce, it would be a summer breakout that catches most of the market off guard. So how do you play this? First, stay nimble. The market could swing either way. Obviously, we have a major event coming up that could seriously impact the market depending on how it plays out. You can't cling to just one outcome. You have to be ready to be bullish or bearish if the market dictates, or you're going to get wrecked. Don't marry one thesis. Be ready to update your thinking. What you need to do is prepare for both the bullish and the bearish case. Track the trade talks leading up to July 9th. I'll keep you up to date here, obviously, on the channel. Watch the Fed's tone ahead of the July 30th meeting. Pay close attention to narrative rotation. If momentum returns, capital could flow fast into high conviction sectors. Solid layer ones like Solana and Sui, real world asset players, whether that be Syrup or Ondo Finance, AI coins like BitTensor, big memes like Pepe and Dog with Hat. These things all benefit in that situation. So be smart. Plan your entries and plan your exits before you ape into a breakout or feel the urge to panic sell a dip. And remember, markets always move in anticipation of the news, so don't wait for the headlines to hit. Position now or risk being 2 steps behind. Watch the news. Keep up to date. This is a major event coming up, and my personal take here is that deals will be made and that markets will be fine and that nothing will happen. But if that's not the case, hold on to your butts. Thanks for watching.